I'm not
You
gonna
can
do that, so I don't.
you can see off in the distance there are like trees for a forested area. Um, there's also like as you kind of focus in on them, there is a JPEG of a lock in front of it. Um, there's also a desert way off in the distance. It seems like there's pretty much every biome as you look around.
That's my.
Wow.
Wow.
I
Wow.
like this place. That's right. I could talk.
Yes.
I could probably change my voice as well. So yeah, be talking like this. All right. So you said you couldn't track them, and you know what? Let's just go with the map for now. I want to be careful what I do. After I picked up a stick, and I'm an enchanter. I'm wondering, can I enchant your weapons?
And by the way, somewhere on your sheet doesn't really matter where. Just make a note of while in cyberspace you are a white mage with enchanter as a subclass.
All right. I don't know where I'd put that.
Maybe just put it under like powers and devices. Put it at a 0 point cost, so that way it doesn't actually cost you anything.
All right.
That's just a note of this for the future. So, going by the map, you can follow it to the edge of town. About 50 feet away, you see 4 kobolds, but, those of you that have played games...
Barely any. Probably.
Yes, those of you that have encountered, any kind of fantasy games before, they seem a little off to you. Instead of the normal scaly form, they're black with glowing white eyes. One of them pokes out at the river, and as it does so, the river's blue color turns a dark purple at its touch, and the purpleness seems to grow a bit as it travels down the river.
Okay, what's the plan, boys? How do we jump them? Do we just...
Explosion!
Oh my god! I'm like, okay, guys. So here's the plan: explosion!
Okay,
Hell yeah.
so you point
I'm mad
your
with magical power. Roll a
you point
D20.
your run towards them. Give me a d20 roll.
Oh my god.
13.
Okay. And for the total for this, by the way, it's going to go Bluebeard, Scott, Issue, and then Kobolds.
Oh, yeah, do I get a bonus because of my wand?
So you flick your wand at them, and from the wand, fire emits. You gain the subclass Burn It All Down.
You are now a Chunibu. Congratulations.
Enchanter, burn it all down. I like this.
So, issue hacks
That's
himself
exactly
to
what I
be
was
the top of
thinking.
the turn order.
Explosion! Of course this is what you were thinking, James, because Megaman is best girl. Confirmed.
So, I do want you to roll me a d4 real quick, Bluebeard, before we get to Issue.
Oh, alright. 4!
Alright, so you point out one of the kobolds. This one was just kind of like, it was picking daisies, and as it does so, like, the daisies, again, become purple, distorted, and it puts it into its hand with a small bouquet of them. It looks up for just a second, just to see the fireball going at it. It hits its face, and it explodes into, well, ones and zeros.
This is the greatest video game ever!
There are only 3 kobolds left.
I will charge at
Issue
one.
has hacked his way before you.
Oh, you dirty bastard.
Issue just
Gonna shoot it like a
Unloads-
normal, like a boring person.
Issue takes a sniper rifle off the back, and just because you said shoot it like a normal boring person, he stares at Bluebeard almost to challenge him. He points his gun behind him, fires, hacks the bullet to speed up fast, travel all the way around the earth, and hit the kobold in the back of the head.
Okay, so you can see the bullet coming from a distance. It hits the kobold, but instead of damaging it, it seems to glitch out, and that kobold gets much, much larger.
Oh no. Issue, you gotta play by the game's rules.
Oh, I see. No, this is an interesting test of the security system mechanics. So you must fight it by the game's rules, because if you simply try to go at it like a normal... I see.
Quick, Scott, punch it! Punch it in the face!
A punch the not the big one, one of the normal size, the fun sized ones.
Okay, give me a d20 roll.
One punch! Technically, if I was normally attacking, that'd be a crit. I don't know if that does anything, but whatever.
Okay, so you run up to it, you punch him. Roll me a d6.
Hey, 1d6 damage. 1 damage. Let's go.
So you punch him. The kobold, you punch him on the shoulder. The kobold's arm just comes clean off and dissipates into ones and zeros. In all actuality, this time, a pop-up appears above you. Class unlocked. Brawler.
Hey.
Yeah!
I have brawler now. We did it. Alright.
And with that, their turns. The first one, the one that only has one arm, is going to try to bite at you, Scott. It does not succeed. The other one that was by the river is going to wave its hand up. Purple water comes from the stream and is going to go to splash down on Bluebeard. Bluebeard.
Yeah.
You reactively activate protective magics. With your wand, you just kind of draw, I'm a little too sleepy and a little too drunk right now to remember the shape of a stop sign, but you draw that.
An octagon.
Octagon. Also, why are you
Yes.
drunk?
I've been drinking
that shit
vodka
that
all
explains-
day.
That was part of the
That
one shot.
explains so. That explains a lot.
Oh. But yeah,
So I guess that's part of my
you draw an
enchanter?
octagon in front of you, and it turns into a stop sign. That purple water crashes against it, and a massive white protective shield that formed around you.
Oh, white magic. I get it. Yay.
And then the large kobold is going to come up and try to punch Scott.
Oh,
And it does so.
+2. That's it's the large one. Ugh. Ow. Oh, ow!
Scott, you see the life bulb appear above your head. It says 8, and then
Okay.
it slowly drops to 4.
Oh no!
Don't
Do my
worry.
abilities-
I'll help
Wait,
you.
Wait, do my abilities proc?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, thank God. I'm like, oh no!
And with that, Bluebeard is back to you.
Oh no.
I'm going to heal Scott, because I see he's been injured.
Okay, so give me another d20.
This is
This is like,
we're playing
like
Final
the first
Fantasy.
D&D party.
Hey! We're
But-
playing Final Fantasy, boys.
This is something that I saw on, if anybody watches Dan Plan.
Yeah.
I think I saw him once, yeah.
I just kind of liked how they were just like, we don't know how to play D&D. This just kind of seems fun this way. And I've played it with a few other people. It's just like, this is fairly fun.
I like this. This is really fun.
Yeah, I've watched a thing called Bearded Men Improv. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of that before.
Nope.
Essentially, they do the same thing. They do the exact same thing. They just roll a d20 and they like it's a theater thing, and they improv while they do it. So if
Okay.
they want to attack, they improv with a d20, yada yada yada.
So, Bluebeard, that shield around you absorbed the energy of that attack, and you wave your wand around, sending it towards Scott, converting its homing into healing. Scott, you are fully healed back up.
Hey, full HP, baby.
And it goes back to
Yeah.
Issue.
Alright, so can Issue give himself a class while still having admin privileges?
Yes you can. What class would you like to go with?
So Issue sighs. Well, I guess I have to play by this world's rules. Cracks his neck and he strolls through the classes. Is God a class?
No. There is there is Fighter, Mage, Rogue, and there are a few other ones that aren't normally available, but you're able to access them. And that is Nature, Earth, Explosion, and Death.
Nature, Earth, Explosion, and Death?
Yes.
He chooses death.
Okay, you choose Death.
Instantly dies.
I don't
As
need
you do
advanced
so.
psychic powers to see he'd pick that.
Your attire changes. You are now wearing a dark robe. Your face is, well, less... It would be less meaty, but... You realize that's not really my face, that's just a mask on top of it. And... It's just kind of a, skeletal mask. Probably carved out of the actual skull of another creature. You wear dark robes with bright, red linings. A thing appears above your head. The Lich.
Oh, I want to play the Lich King.
Issue, like his hand just glowing with like evil, dark energy. He reaches out and grabs the big kobold by the throat, or tries to anyway.
Give me a d20.
Yay!
You grab him by the throat. Roll me a d8.
Oof.
You grab him by the throat, and not much of an impact is made, but you can tell that you've damaged some of its coating with the ones and zeros that fly off. That, Scott. Scott.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I thought I was unmuted. Hi, howdy.
Hi.
Alright. What does my brawler abilities do? Do I know?
It's, again, you kind of unlock different, subclasses as you go, and it's more of a generalization of what you can do.
Okay. I will punch again then. Alright.
Okay.
Go! Punch! Hey! What is my luck? Why am I so good at rolling attacks? Holy shit.
Okay, you punch again. This time, roll me a d12.
I wish it was 2d6. That would have been... Hey,
Okay, so you're still punching the small kobold, right?
yeah.
So, it just bit you. It hurt a lot. There was a chunk taken out of your side. That energy hit you, that just regenerated, and you feel empowered. You pull your arm back, uppercut the kobold, and it just goes flying into the air, evaporating into ones and zeros.
Yeah! Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be here for the next few hours.
Back to the enemy kobolds. The one that threw the water is again going to do that. It raises it overhead and goes to smash it down on Bluebeard. And it successfully hits. Bluebeard, you take 1 damage. Your life reduces to 3 out of 4.
This is actually very problematic.
The large one looks down at Issue. It is, well, when I say it's large, it's about 2 feet tall at this point. But Issue, you also notice you've gotten a little bit taller with your transformation, standing at roughly 8 feet tall. Still shorter than it, but very tall. It is going to headbutt you. And as it does so, it hits the skull that you have for a mask. You feel unfazed. It just kind of like seems taken aback and stunned. Bluebeard.
Alright. I don't like this guy throwing water at me. That's my thing! And I'm going to, using magic, more explosions!
Okay, D20.
Aw, shit.
Okay, so you flick the wand towards him. 5 different little spears of fire appear next to you, all of them shooting out as the lances towards him. He waves his hand up, and water from the river moves up to block it.
Can I run? Do I have movement?
You can move a bit further away.
I would like to get a bit further away.
For the future, there will be actions and move actions for whenever we have maps, but...
Yeah.
Eh.
The squishy healer needs resistance! Squishy.
And Scott.
Pardon.
Yeah, I'm here.
Issue.
I'm a hacker.
Issue.
Oh yeah. Oh, fuck
So
you two.
Issue grabs Issue grabs the big ass kobold by like the shoulders, and he opens his eyes wide, and they turn black, and like fucking black lasers of death energy just fire into this kobold's eyes. Try to
Give
eat
me a
away at its
D20.
puny soul. D20. Oh yeah. Damn you. I hacked to make it a hit. Fuck, I don't know.
I will cheat. I will cheat to not
Your
be
eyes
weird.
glow, and you, like, focus really hard. But this is really weird to you. You're not really somebody that just, like, you don't have any magic shit that you activate. You don't... This is completely out of your wheelhouse. You're not quite sure how to activate these abilities. And Scott.
Alright, finally, my boy. Alright. The big boy is the one left, right? Because I obliterated the other small boy.
There was the big boy, and then there was the one by the water that has been throwing water at Bluebeard.
I mean, I'm sure, knowing James, right? Like from my perspective, water shouldn't kill him. I'm
I'm definitely yelling for help.
Oh, shit! I'll punch the guy splashing water at you.
I
Okay,
specifically said the squishy healer needs help.
you run up to him, you take a punch, and as you do so, you see, again, the box with Brawler pop up, and then 2 empty boxes and 1 filled box. That filled box says Charger.
Hey! That's what I do, baby.
Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Oh.
Wow, you guys some damage rolls.
Hey, listen.
I rolled really good the first time.
I rolled a natural 20 and I don't 5 damage, okay? Don't be a hater.
So, you run up and go to punch him. He again, with a watery shield, blocks it, but that water explodes. You still hit him, but not as great as you wanted to. And with that, the kobolds. The one that you just hit, Scott, is going to... Taking the water is going to try to shove you into the river.
But why? Yay!
As it
Why are you
does so,
going so
it
long?
like makes a tiny dragon of water that rams into you. It looks big and intimidating, and then you realize, oh, it's just really close. It's actually the size of a dragonfly. It rams into your side, to no effect.
Very nice.
Issue. The one that you just tried to do the Eyes of Death upon is going to grab you and squeeze you. To no effect, as you feel like you would normally let out a gasp or something. You don't have breath, and you don't really have organs to squeeze. So, back to Bluebeard.
This is
So I can heal, I can chant things. Do I make electricity or do I drop an anvil on that guy's head? I know what I must do. I'm going to drop an anvil on the water kobold's head.
Okay, just go ahead and roll.
Damn it.
A single chicken appears in the air. It looks very confused as it falls.
I'll
then-
get it right eventually.
Like, as it gets, like, a few feet down in the air, it just flaps a little bit, kind of, like, soars 10 feet away, lands on the ground, and starts pecking at the ground.
Alright.
Issue.
Alright, I need to think of a way to insert Issue's real life skills. Okay, I know. So Issue using his big fucking brain. He does some weird magical shit to figure out what spot can I touch to fucking destroy this person with magical finger. And he fingers of death the kobold right in the center of the chest, like a precision pressure point.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Come on, please, dice. Thank you.
Issue doesn't want to get
So-
embarrassed.
You put your finger forward, and you touch him. Black tendrils erupt from your hand, spreading all across him. Again, boxes appear above you. The lich up above them. One of them is filled in with the touch of death. And go ahead and roll a d8.
Alright.
We did it!
As you touch him, these black tendrils just continuously surround him. He tries to, like, fight and pull them off, but they just keep engulfing him. Once they completely have him covered, it just shrinks down into a single point, and a small marble with the giant kobold's image is left on the ground.
I think I stole it from Oblivion. That's a soul stone.
I could get used to this.
Scott.
Yas! Time to punch! We did it. Beat the shit out of people. Fall! Feels bad.
So you gotta punch again, but the kobold is much more ready for you this time. Like, instead of truly dodging, it just summons wave after wave of water to get between you and it.
James, do something!
It's not my turn yet.
I am too drunk for that.
I could say that seriously this time too.
Oh my
You
God.
can! I
I mean, there is a turn tracker, yeah.
Yeah, there is
Turn-based RPG. I can't do anything yet.
It's a turn-based RPG. It doesn't let me cast anything.
I can't even move. My feet are
Like,
bolted to
as
the ground.
Man, I'm glad our actual fights aren't like this.
I know, right? That'd be terrible.
Imagine if I was at the bottom of the turn order. What am I doing? Imagine if I was at the bottom of the turn
Bosco,
order.
when did you show up?
So bad.
What?
No, you didn't hear shit. Okay, you didn't hear any.
I heard everything.
Oh my god, I'm too drunk for this.
This is so much
Hey,
fun.
you're the one that decided to run a game while you were fucking
Wrap this
drunk.
Hey man, you don't understand how
We
this
gotta-
how fucking bad that
Guys,
was. We needed this.
guys, listen. We gotta let's just wrap this up.
He summons a horde of dragonflies. They ram into your side to no effect.